One local tire shop has made quite a name for themselves in just a few short years. I'm Alyssa Thurlow at Twin City Tire and Brewer, and we'll take you inside the shop coming up. But as you can see, this is a little bit of a light and fluffy snow. Many schools in the area have canceled school for the day, so they're definitely enjoying the snow, going out sledding and skiing and whatever else they can do today. We spoke with the Maine DOT this morning, and they said that the timing of this storm is perfect. Firefighters say that if you can't afford one of these, then you can just give your local fire department a call. Students here are not only wheeling for a good cause, but they're gaining some real-world experience. Having one person to turn to in the wake of a domestic violence incident is very important. And thanks to the Waldo County Sheriff's Office, they now have one person who deals with all of that. Hello everyone, I'm your host Alyssa Thurlow, and this is The Locker Room, the show that introduces you to the coaches and athletes of Husson University. We see a little jump by the Eagles here early on in the game, but however, the Pilgrims were able to come back and really get some runs, and they stole away the win.
On this edition of the NESCom Connection, we'll tell you about a possible vote recount for question 1.
And the number of drug-related overdoses in Maine continues to increase. It's November 18th, and your NESCom Connection starts right now. College basketball has seen some changes so far this year. The men's side of the game is changing their shot clock from 35 seconds down to 30, and the women's side of the game is seeing some changes as well. It's hard to believe that November is here, but it is, and that means that many men around the country will be getting rid of their razors for a good cause. Mainers voted to legalize recreational marijuana on November 8th, and some are trying to force a recount. And calling all Patriots fans, just when you thought you had heard the last of Deflategate, think again. This is their first series title since 1908 with a final of 8-7 in 10 innings. For the first time in over a century, there is no need to say wait until next year. Governor Paul LePage says he does not think Maine will have a clean election because identification is not required to vote at Maine polling places. Well, Christmas may be more than a month away, but the holiday spirit is alive and well in Husson. A woman who is struggling financially says she got the surprise of a lifetime in an unlikely place, in line at a CVS. Democrats are outpacing Republicans when it comes to absentee voting in Maine. Numbers compiled by town clerks show Democrats are ahead of Republicans in congressional districts. Republican nominee Donald Trump is showing strength in the 2nd district. However, the Democrats have submitted 47% of absentee ballots compared to Republicans who have sent in only 27%. The total number of ballots cast as of this week has topped 34,000. Some hospitals across the state are no longer drawing blood from individuals who are believed to be driving while impaired. It's forcing law enforcement to come up with a backup plan. In Belfast, 2 officers are now trained in obtaining blood samples.
It's a new thing. It's an evolution to where we started from 25 years ago. When I first started this line of work, I never would have guessed that police officers would be drawing blood.
Waldo County General Hospital and Penn Bay Medical Center have joined the list of hospitals phasing out the practice of taking blood samples.
They're not evidence collection technicians, they're doctors. A blood draw for a law enforcement officer to determine blood alcohol and drug concentration is not a medical procedure. It serves no purpose for the medical community to be performing those things.
In Maine, those believed to be driving under the influence may be subjected to a blood test. However, hospital staff are called into court to testify about the test, pulling them away from their normal duties and sometimes forcing medical professionals to testify against their patients.
It puts the doctor-patient relationship a different perspective than perhaps doctors would really care to be in.
We're told that in 2014 alone, Belfast police responded to as many as 4 OUI crashes in a day, and that number continues to grow. The 2 officers who can now draw blood samples went through phlebotomy training.
The officers went to that training, got their certification. Since that time, they've been working with medical professionals, phlebotomists here, for the Waldo County General Hospital.
McFadden says as of now there are no plans to expand their training to more officers, but he's grateful to the hospital for their services over the years. Alyssa Thurlow, WABI TV5 News, Belfast. This building on Wilson Street in Brewer is not your typical tire shop. Behind these doors you can find a lot of commotion. But not just in the garage.
My office turned in from an office into a daycare. So it's nice, though, to be able to sneak out back and get a little breather with them.
Meet David Matson and Cassandra Carroll. Most customers know them as the owners of Twin City Tire, but to sons Alex and Maddox, they're just mom and dad. Together, the couple is running a tire shop and raising a family.
We just sat down one day and decided that this was probably the best thing for the business and us personally for me to, come here and kind of help out.
Mattson started the company in 2013. For years, he dreamed of having his own business, but he knew he couldn't do it alone.
People sometimes joke with us about, how they can't imagine working with their other half, or, oh, you guys must be at each other's throats. We really aren't. We get along great, actually.
4 years later, the couple has found success with their business and their family. But for them, those two things go hand in hand.
My friends and family are the ones that actually got this all rolling. So they had a lot of faith in me when I said, hey, I'm going to quit my good job and open my own shop.
Faith and dedication to each other is what keeps the couple going. And the employees they have working alongside them makes it all worth it.
We treat our employees like family, and I expect a lot from them, and they give me a lot back in return. We have a great group of guys and gals that work for us.
Alyssa Thurlow, WABI TV5 News, Brewer.